All right, this is page 3. I know, I did that on purpose. We're going to do 4 first and then go back and do page 3. So we're factoring by grouping. Don't panic when you see all these letters. It's a formula and there's a process that we're going to follow. I'm going to walk you through and then we're going to practice with real pretty numbers. They're not pretty, but it's fine. So it's called factoring by grouping because we're going to group them together. You're going to group these guys and you're going to group these guys. You're going to look for the GCF between these two, and you're going to look for the GCF between these two. Well, they both have A for their GCF. GCF goes right there in the front, and then you're going to divide. AC divided by A, you get C. AD divided by A, you get D. All right, so now you're going to follow the same process right here for the second group. B is the GCF. GCF goes in the front. BC divided by B is C. BD divided by B is D. Okay, check point. These two should be the same. If they're not the same, one, you either didn't do something right or you cannot just factor by grouping. But this is a good way for you to check yourself. So now the final step, you get both GCFs right here and they come together to make a term. And now since these two are the same, they come together right there to be part of the answer. So this is the final answer, or the factored form, when this is the standard form. This is what it looks like when we don't have a whole bunch of, like, half of the alphabet right there. So we're going to follow the process. First, group them together. And it's better if it's already in standard form, from highest degree to least degree. If it's not, you're going to have to, I would prefer putting them in standard form first. All right, GCF between g cubed and g squared is g squared. GCF goes in the front, just like what we did for this question right here. Divide goes in parentheses. G cubed divided by g squared, I get g. 3g squared divided by g squared is 3. Okay. GCF between -7 and -21, that'll be -27. -7, sorry. The GCF goes right there. Divide. This divided by this, I get g. This divided by this, I get +3. Okay? The GCFs come together to make a term. And then since they match, that goes back to be the second term. So g plus 3. This came from over here. And if you want to double check your answer, make sure that you got it all right, you can always just FOIL this to go back to the question in standard form. All right. Group and group. Pull out the GCF. Pull out the GCF. The GCF goes in the front. When you divide, that goes in parentheses. So x to the 4th power divided by x cubed, you get x. And then you're going to divide -2x cubed divided by x cubed, you get -2. -27 goes right there. Divide, you get x right here. Divide, you get -2 here. The two GCFs go together to make a term. So x cubed minus 27. And since these guys match, they go together to be part of your answer. But here's the deal though. From the previous video, we now are able to recognize the difference of two perfect cubes. X cubed is a perfect cube. 27 is also a perfect cube, because I know cube root of 27 is 3. So I can follow the formula from page 4. This is difference of cubes. So I'm going to follow this formula right here for difference of cubes. cube root, I get x, minus cube root, I get 3. Now, keep going with the formula. You're going to square the first one, you're going to multiply them together, and then you're going to square the 3. So you're going to square the first one, so x squared. You're going to multiply them together, you get 3x, and then you're going to square the 3. So all of this came from here, and that came from page 4. There's nothing else I can do about x minus 2. So now this is fully factored. One more. Same process. Group, group. GCF, GCF. All right, GCF goes in the front. Divide. A to the 4th power divided by a cubed, you get a minus 20 minus 100, that's the GCF, goes in the front. Now I have a minus 20. Okay, both GCFs go together to make a term. And these guys match. So I have a minus 20. Now, be careful here. Now that I know that you know that a cubed could be cube rooted, but 100 is not a perfect cube. It is a perfect square. Okay, 1000 would be a perfect cube, but 100 is a perfect square. So we cannot keep factoring here. This is it. All right, that's the end of page 3.